Hello YouTube. Welcome to my first video tutorial that we're doing over here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chelsea Drake and I am a makeup enthusiast. I'm not a makeup artist quite yet, but we're working on it. I'm going to show you today actually a really easy 4-step eye that's going to help enhance and enlarge the look of your eyes, especially if you've got hooded eyes. So if you're one of my hooded eye girls out there, welcome. I've got you covered. We're actually going to use 4 shadows today, and these guys right here in this custom quad that I've got. So these are pressed shadows, and this is going to be the color Antsy, Nimble, Marvelous, and Optimistic. And we're going to use these 4 to create a really beautiful, eye-opening, yet dramatic eye. So you ready? And we're only going to use 2 brushes. 2 brushes to do the entire look, right? But the first step out of this is that you have to prime your eyes. So I'm going to use my eye primer, and I'm only going to use a small amount, and we're going to share this between both eyes. It's going to be really easy, guys. So here you go. That's the amount of eye primer that we're going to use, and I just rub it between my fingers. And we're going to just put it all over the lid. Now, this is really important because not only does eye primer help any eyeshadow from creasing, but it also gives you more pigment payoff from any eyeshadow that you're going to use. So we're going to go in and we're going to start with Antsy, this guy right here. And I'm going to use my fluffy crease brush, this guy right here. So we're going to take Antsy. Now, Antsy is more of your shimmer to metallic shade. And we're just going to take this all over the upper portion of our lid. Now, if you've got hooded eyes, all right, you're going to pull this shadow up. And what I'm talking about, so when you're staring at a camera or at a mirror straight on, the way you know if you have hooded eyes is if you can't see the actual lid of your eye when your eyes are generally open, okay? The only way that you'll be able to see the eyelids is if you stretch your eyebrows up and maybe look down. That's the only way. So this is going to actually give you a really great way to fake a little bit larger of an eye and give yourself the appearance of a crease. So that's what we're doing with our guy Antsy right here. And I'm pulling the shadow just to the outer corner. And we're using this as almost like a transition shade, but we're doing it with some sparkle because why not? All right, there's a lot of debate, I feel like, on if you should use a metallic to glittery to shimmer shadow on the outside portion of your eye. I'm saying let's just have some fun. Why not, right? So I'm just kind of wiping off any excess onto a towel, and then I'm going to blend out the edge with the same brush. So the same fluffy crease brush, doing the same thing and just kind of going over that edge. So there's no harsh line, no line of demarcation. Just like your foundation, you don't want a harsh line. All right, we got to blend. Okay, so the next step is going to be Antsy, this guy right here. All right, Antsy is a satin shade, and we're going to actually put this a little bit lower on the eye, and I'm still using the fluffy crease brush. And we're just going to put this more into the socket or your crease of your eye. Again, if you have hooded eyes, we're bringing this up just a little bit higher so that when your eyes are open, you can actually see the color. And we're going to repeat that just on the other side. So, and this is color number 2. So we're not going crazy, not going real in depth here. All right. And you're just following kind of that. You can feel it with your brush. It's like the socket of your eye. And that's all you want to do is follow along with that. Now, next we're going to add in a little bit of depth, and we're going to use the shade Marvelous. So a Marvelous is like a really nice, deep, dark chocolate. And we're going to use our liner shader brush, and we're going to use the shader side for this one, for this particular application. We're going to take just the tip of the shader brush, and you're going to add that really deep into the crease, okay, and the outer corner. So you're creating depth with this. This is all you're doing. And especially for us hooded eye girls, we kind of need that extra depth, okay? We need to fake a crease, all right? So this is really all you're doing is, again, you're following along kind of that socket line and just a little bit above. So we're going to create a fake crease, create that depth, okay? And I'm not pulling it very far along. We're just kind of adding it. I am adding a little bit extra to the outer corner. Just to give a little bit more depth. And now I'm going to go in with my fluffy crease brush and just blend this really easily. Again, riding that line. Here we go. You guys, the fluffy crease brush is one of my absolute favorite brushes ever. I love it. Now we're going to take a little bit of Marvelous, the same deep dark chocolate, and we're going to put it on the liner section of the brush. Okay, we're going to put this on the liner, and we're going to go right at the lash line. So we're going to give just a little bit more depth to the eye, putting that here. And I'm not doing a wing or anything. I'm literally just putting it, smudging it right at the lash line to create a little bit more depth there as well. And I'm going to take the liner shader brush, and I'm actually going to put just a little bit of Nimble, this color right here, and we're going to take this on the lower lash line to kind of balance out the look. I really like using the liner shader brush for this because as you're applying color, it's also helping to smudge it out a little bit, smoke it, and give you a really nice blended finish. Now we're going to take that liner shader, that liner section, and we're going to dip back into Marvelous, which is that deep dark chocolate. And again, we're going to go right at the lash line. But I'm only going to do about just a little over half, so maybe 2/3 of my eye. I don't want to close my eye off completely. Okay, and if you want to do a little bit extra blending, you can take that shader side and blend it all together. And then I just want to blend the very edge of Marvelous along the lash line. Okay, now we're ready for our very last eyeshadow, which is Optimistic. This guy right here. This is a really beautiful metallic ivory. So I'm going to use my fluffy crease brush again, and we're just going to dip into it. I'm going to do a little bit of a highlight right under the arch of the brow bone. And I'm going to pop it right on the center of the lid, especially for us hooded eye girls. We need a little bit of brightness, all right? Need a little bit of a lift. And this helps finish it out really, really easily. Now, I do like to take just a smidge and pop it right on the inner corner. All right, so we did an entire eye look with just 4 eyeshadows and created this really nice in-depth look. Now, I am going to use one of my absolute favorite mascaras, which is my Epic Mascara. And we're going to go in with this guy. Here, I'm going to show you something really quick. Hold on. So we're gonna do a wiggle and roll is what I like to call it. You're gonna wiggle your brush and roll it away from you as you're applying your mascara. Okay, what this does is it actually helps to separate the lashes as you're applying it, okay? It gives you great definition and great separation, which is what we're always looking for, right? So let me show you really quickly. Look at that. So those are my bare lashes, and that's one coat of my Epic mascara. Pretty amazing, right? So we're gonna let it dry. I'm gonna do another coat, and then I'll come back to show you a quick picture of the finished look. Be right back. All right, guys, this is the whole look. Everything completely done, finished. I did add in just a little bit of Prim eyeliner into my lower waterline, just to kind of give it a little bit more of a cohesive look. And I added some of our Lunar lip gloss. This stuff is never sticky. I absolutely love it. It's kind of my go-to. I have it in my purse all the time with me. So I love me some Lunar lip gloss. It's got a little bit of a golden shimmer to it. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Sorry for the tongue tie. I'm human after all. But do me a favor, click on that subscribe button, ring that little bell to make sure that you're notified of when I upload a new video here on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I can't wait for you to see my next video, and I'll be talking to you guys all soon. Have a great one, everybody. Mwah. Bye, guys.